Hello, everyone. I am back for another two-player run through a custom campaign. This is going to be Dark Matter. But before I get any further into it, I am not playing with the usual suspects. We have a brand new champion who's entered the chat here. Voltgloss, welcome to the Quick Learner channel and being yet another of my rotating cast of friends on the channel.
Thank you very much, sir. I am very excited to be here. It's time to play some Arkham like it's 2025.
That's right. Or maybe like 2075 or 2725. We're going to see,
Oh,
right?
that's a good point. 21. Hold on.
Yeah, there's a date
Yes, we're
here.
going to play Arkham like it's 2147.
There we go.
Perfect.
Perfect. All right. So, who are you? You are not just some random person, but rather you've been very active in the community for quite some time, and you do have your own channel of Arkham Horror playthrough. So, do you want to shout out who you are and your what
I,
you
I
have? Yeah, all your details and whatnot.
absolutely. I'm one of those folks who got in on the ground floor with Arkham Horror. So I've been playing it since uh 2016 when it
Hmm.
first came out. Um, mainly in person, but in getting involved with the Mythos Busters Discord, I took the plunge to record some videos more for posterity than for anything else. But some folks who enjoy watching them and experiencing them, I'm glad to continue doing it. I've gotten more into it lately over the past like 4 or 5 months or so.
Hmm.
With the Mythos Busters campaign play-alongs, which are always a blast, and I'm looking forward to getting into the next one of those in very soon. Actually, that's the next thing I'll probably be recording, the beginning of the Dream Eaters campaign play along there.
Hmm.
Uh, so most of what's on my channel right now are solo play videos of campaigns where I know them very well and are approaching it from a solo deck building and gameplay sort of puzzle perspective, which is what I enjoy very much in Arkham. So this is going to be a departure for me because I am blind to dark matter. I don't know what is going to come our way. I know maybe exactly four things: that it's Arkham in space, that it's linked to Carcosa, which is a tremendous plus in my view, that there's some logic puzzle type elements, and there's going to be hidden cards.
Yep.
Beyond that, I don't know what I'm in for, and I'm excited for that.
It's going to be fun. I've played this campaign myself a few times, but not in a while, so I don't remember everything. So it won't be predict exactly what happens when you turn over every encounter card or every location thing. So it'll be fun to experience a little bit of that with you too. Yeah, I mean, I really like your channel. You've got a lot of good gameplay videos that, I mean, I always talk about gameplay videos are underviewed, unfortunately, but you can learn a lot from them. And I think your channel has really good in-depth discussion of what you're thinking, and especially with I remember your Charlie Kane playthrough was a good one for Edge of the Earth
Thank
earlier this
you.
year. So, yeah, look for more of that. Of course, we are not going to be talking about what's in our hands, but we'll talk about maybe some discussion as we go along for things that we can actually know. However, we do know what's in our decks. So let's talk
Yes.
about those. And I'm playing Monterey Jack, and this is the deck that y'all saw probably, maybe, from the in-depth gameplay video that Justin from Playing Board Games and I did. I don't know when it was. It was weeks ago now, but it is a level 0 version of that. I want to see if I can do that because it was such a fun deck to play, even though everything went horribly wrong. I want to
We're
see
not going to get back-to-back crypt chills on rounds one and two.
exactly. Well,
That's the goal.
well, hmm, about that. Okay, so I want to see if I can do that deck again in a full campaign, and we're starting at level 0. So the differences between that deck and the one that you are seeing now on the screen is really just that I had to take out the crafties and the Pathfinder and the steady handed. So now we have what do we have now? We've got one copy of Well Connected. I think it's a second Fox Mask, and then I'll take that and maybe some other skill card. But generally, the purpose of this deck is to run around the map, get some clues, do some shenanigans with Alton O'Connell, and eventually have enough money for some choice connect the dots plays. So that's what we're doing for now. I don't think it's got all the right pieces quite yet, but we'll get there. I know that dark matter. Here's a fifth thing for you to know. is
Okay.
fairly generous with XP if you are doing well.
Okay. Sounds
So
good.
we'll we'll see where that ends up. So yeah, it's that deck. I won't talk about it too much more, but we're hoping to get on the mulligan like literally any of these assets that we didn't see last time. All right. So you're playing Akachi.
I am playing Akachi. Yes. So I approached this from the perspective I knew that Daniel wanted to play his Monterey Jack deck. And I always like to think, well, what's going to synergize with the other folks that I'm playing with? And part of that I always start with is, well, what kind of stat line
Mm-hmm.
um, what rounds things out? And I can't help but look at my fellow player's stat line and think, well, 1425, is there a 5241? Now there isn't, but Akachi being 5233 is pretty darn close.
Mm-hmm.
So I looked at Akachi and thought, all right, is there something interesting that I'd like to be able to do with Akachi that might have some fun synergies with Monterey Jack and also play some cards that frankly are new that I've not had the chance to play with and I'd like to see how they function. And I've come up with a couple of pieces here that I'm hopeful will be fun as we move through this. The first one I want to talk about is Spectral Shield. So this is an event, new event for the Drowned City Investigator expansion. I don't know, Daniel. Has your channel had? I can't recall a playthrough session yet on your channel that has shown this off. I might be
Nope.
misremembering.
No,
Okay,
actually,
so
you've got 3 cards here from Drowned City. I've not really touched the Mystic cards very much, and this is one of them that I haven't really thought much about.
all right. Well, I'm hopeful that we'll get to show it off. So, what Spectral Shield does? It's an event, one cost, spell and spirit traded fast, play only during your turn, attached to a player card with health and/or sanity at your location. And then a forced effect: whenever that card takes damage or horror, cancel one of that damage or horror. The owner of Spectral Shield has to remove a charge from an asset they control. If they can't, this gets discarded. So this is converting charges on assets that I have into damage and horror prevention on whatever card I've played it on, which could be myself, could be an asset that I have with health or sanity,
Hmm.
or could be Monterey Jack. So with Monterey Jack leading the charge in terms of scouring across the map, I figure some protection that I can provide that will function even at a distance. I don't need to be Akachi doesn't need to be at Monterey Jack's location for this to trigger. This may pay off dividends. And if there's one person who is good at having a bunch of extra charges thrown around, it is Akachi.
Yeah.
Especially as I'm also trying the Breath of the Sleeper and Eyes of the Dreamer. So these are the Mystic spell, the fight asset and the investigate asset. Like every other expansion, you get some Mystic variants. This is the Drowned City variant of both. They each come with 9 charges. With Akachi, that'll be 10.
Hmm.
And one's fight, one's investigate. They both use willpower instead of combat or intellect. And then before revealing chaos tokens, I can spend up to 3 charges to reveal that many additional chaos tokens. I pick one to reveal to resolve, one reveal token to resolve, and if I pass and the token I pick matches a token I ignored, I get an extra bonus. Either +2 damage with Breath of the Sleeper, doing 3 damage instead of 1,
Hmm.
or find 2 clues with Eyes of the Dreamer instead of 1 clue. I'll note Eyes of the Dreamer is my only investigative tool here. The rest of the stuff that I've got in terms of assets is for enemy management, because that's going to be my primary role here. But I always like, even in a 2-player where I'm primary enemy manager, to have something online that I can use to get clues and downtime.
Hmm.
Which I guess also leads to a 6th thing I understand about Dark Matter just from looking at the campaign's webpage, that it describes itself as not tremendously combat heavy.
Yeah.
So rather than spend downtime just always drawing cards, if I can pick up the odd clue here or there, that will, I think, better advance our game state.
Agreed. And
Um,
notably, Eyes of the Dreamer, you don't even have to spend any charges to use it at all if you just wanted the one clue.
correct. Same for Breath of the Sleeper.
Mhm.
Even with no charges, I can fight with this using willpower. It'll only do 1 damage if I'm only pulling 1 token, but that brings me to another Drowned City card which I brought in, which is in my allies, which is Katarina Sojka, emissary from Ulthar, and whose name I'm probably butchering.
Mm.
So, Katarina, when you would reveal chaos tokens during a skill test you're performing, you exhaust her, and you reveal tokens from the chaos bag until a token with a symbol is revealed. Resolve that one, ignore the rest. So, one key, one thing I'm not doing with this deck is any real Blessed Curse shenanigans. I've got 2 Promises of Power because it's a good card.
Mhm.
And I could see Katarina being of great interest in a Bless, Curse, Blurst deck. That's not why she's here. She's here so that with Breath of the Sleeper and Eyes of the Dreamer, I could maybe just spend 1 charge to pull 2 tokens, but
Mhm.
have one of those tokens be a Katarina pull. And then I pull multiple tokens maybe until I hit a symbol. That'll be one of my options for the pull. And then I'll pull a second token, and I'll have that many more tokens that are ignored in the test to increase the likelihood that I'm going to hit a match with a token I resolve. Token I resolve matches a token that's ignored. That is the thought. We'll see. Um, if this doesn't pay off the way that I'm guardedly hoping it will, she may get upgraded into everybody's favorite Olive McBride level 2.
Yeah.
Um, so that's always an option in the back of my mind.
Yeah.
But for level 0, I want to give her a shot.
All right.
Um,
You have another
so
ally here
that's
too.
I do. I have a couple of other allies. And which means probably the first upgrade I'll take after scenario 1 is charisma. But what else I'm taking here is Summon Servitor. This is a card that not Drowned City, Scarlet Keys, of course, customizable, not a card that I've ever played with, but I'm bringing this for one specific reason, and that is to help me move around. So, Summon Servitor, I've used my In the Thick of It, I've taken In the Thick of It 3 experience, 2 mental trauma, and I've spent it all on this. I've spent 1 point into Wings of Night, which means that when Summon Servitor moves from my location to connecting location, I can move along with it.
Mhm.
And my other 2 points I put into Dominance so that it no longer takes up an arcane slot. I thought carefully, do I want it to take up an arcane or an ally? Akachi needs her arcane slots for what she wants to really do. So my thinking here is that this is essentially a Pathfinder. A Pathfinder that I'm spending 3 experience on to get 2 copies of. Yes, it takes up an ally slot, so it's not as good as Pathfinder. But the key drawback to moving around with Summon Servitor, which is that it can only move into a revealed location, so you
Mhm.
can't use it to proceed moving forward to a place no one's been. If Monterey Jack is moving before Akachi and revealing locations, the path should be open for her to be able to follow on the wings of her servitor and not spend an action doing it.
Sounds good.
That's the hope. You'll see.
Yeah, we'll see
I
what we
thought
end up
about
drawing,
whether I
right?
absolutely yes, and summon servitor to put into play, you have to discard another asset you control.
Mhm.
The perfect situation would be an arcane initiate played early, get me some spells, and then is evolving into a summon servitor right
Yeah.
before the witching hour.
Right.
That would be great. Or I'll turn some ritual candles into it. Like I said, this first scenario, there'll be a bit of tension because I have only the 1 ally slot, so I can do one of those 2 things, Katarina or the Servitor, and not both. But I'll probably take Charisma with my first 3 earned experience so that the dream can be combined.
All right. Well,
Um,
that's a lot of stuff for I don't know the assets. I guess you have 20 assets in here. Well, 18, I suppose, really.
I do have 20 assets. One's a permanent. I think Akachi is another example, maybe not to the same degree as some of the other folks in the video that went up today about unusual asset event skill uh, uh, um, distribution. But Akachi wants assets with charges. And not just because it feeds into her ability to get an extra charge on such assets, it feeds into her signature asset to recycle those assets, either pull them back to hand or cash them in for a bunch of resources with cards that come out with 9 charges,
Yeah.
maybe a really large bunch of resources.
Yeah.
And also her weakness, Angered Spirits, which you need to be moving charges from spell assets
Hmm.
onto this in order to complete your task and not get physical trauma. So I need multiple spell assets. So I have here 6 assets for enemy management: Breath of the Sleeper, good old Azure Flame. I've taken an Enchanted Blade. Um, I thought about doing Shriveling. I, I I prefer Enchanted Blade, especially when my ally is pulling symbol tokens,
Hmm.
which is a cross purposes with Shriveling. Um, I'm thinking that the Enchanted Blades will upgrade not into the level 3 Enchanted Blades, although I do like them. But the problem is they're not spells.
Yeah.
I will probably upgrade these into Brandicathoga.
Yeah. That seems good. Also, another 9 to 10 charges.
Yes, yes, absolutely. And then rounded out something from my other hand, Ritual Candles, Accessory Crystal Pendulum, um, which I didn't realize until actually looking at the card right before we started here. This can be used on any skill test at my location. It doesn't have to be my own test.
That's
So I
correct.
could use this on some Monterey Jack tests. And I don't know if in the future you're going to be leaning into some of the precision, like adjust your test mechanics.
Hmm.
Um, but that might be a minor additional synergy where I can get some value out of your tests if we are in the same location.
Yeah. I think I will
Um,
have the succeed by 2 thing for steady handed. So if we just always call succeed by 2, maybe that'll happen.
sure, we'll manifest that to be.
Right.
Um, and so again, my allies, I've got multiple ones here. This is in expectation of charisma. Summon Servitor eats an asset in play, so I need extra assets to sacrifice into that. Um, and then I've got Spirit Speaker into the thick of it, and hey presto, I'm at 20 assets, 6 events, 6 skills. And for an Akachi deck, I think that's eminently reasonable. We'll
I
see.
agree. Yep. Okay. Well, enough chit chat. Shall we get into it?
Let's get into it. Let's look at some opening hands.
Yeah.
It's okay.
So I've played Dark Banner before. You have not played it, but we'll do a little bit of reading, not too much. Okay, what are we doing here with this opening hand?
It's like what we're doing with this opening hand. We are junking the whole thing.
I think I
So that's
also have
always a
to
good start.
chunk most of it. Okay, that's
That's a
reasonable.
much better start.
Okay. So I'm not going to read the prologue or anything, but
Oh,
you did read the scenario intro as well.
I did. Yes, I read the prologue and I read the intro to Scenario 1, which is indeed Arkham in space.
Yep. Yep.
Instead
All
of
right.
you you wake up in a cave like Pit of Despair,
Yeah.
instead we're waking up in cryosleep, and somehow we know what that means.
Exactly. So yeah, the prologue itself is the beginning of Carcosa, and then suddenly you fall asleep during the play. You wake up, and suddenly it is on a spaceship. So that is where we are. We begin play at the cryo sleep quarters. We shuffle everything together, and we should look at the act and agenda because it is kind of important. Agenda 1A, emergency procedure. As you try to make sense of the situation, an alarm blares through the chambers and interrupts your thoughts. Alert, engine stability at 7%, system power critical, requires immediate attention. You cannot resign. 7 doomed to advance. Beware, if this agenda advances, the ship will explode and everyone will die.
Perfect. I love it.
Okay, event
Event
horizon.
horizon.
Your body aches and cramps from the extended cryosleep. How long have you been trapped in your frozen tomb? Probably a while. Where is the rest of the crew? These questions will need to wait, for you first must find a way to get the ship back online before the reactor engines overheat. Objective: investigators in the engine room, that is this location down here, must spend or may spend the requisite number of clues, 4, to repair the power malfunction and advance.
I see.
Other thing
Although I
that,
also can't help but see, yes,
yeah, the
it's
cargo
really
hold.
3.
It's really
We
3.
we need 1 clue per person to get into the cargo hold, which is between us and the engine room.
All right, where are we?
And all right, cryo sleep, 2 shroud, 1 clue per player. You can spend an action to resign, except we can't
We can't.
resign.
No.
A funeral parlor with 6 human-sized boxes lined up along the walls. Cold lights shine down from the ceiling, illuminating every corner. Perfect. I love
Well,
a warm welcome, and this isn't it.
yeah.
Okay.
Other things that are here, we cannot enter the ship's bridge. We can go to the infirmary. We can, of course, go to the mess hall. The escape pod bay is over here as well, but our objective is in the engine room.
Sounds good.
All right.
And I also can't help but note that the cargo hold and the escape pod bay have the access trait,
Mm-hmm.
as does the ship's bridge. And I can't help but think, is there access to the ship's bridge from maybe the cargo hold or the escape pod bay?
Could
I have no
be.
idea. We'll see.
Yeah. There's another thing that we'll talk about when it starts to happen, which is the scan mechanic. But right now, we don't care about that. So,
Sounds good.
do you have any desire to go first?
Um, I do not feel strongly.
Okay.
I can go first, or you can go first. Your preference.
I will go first. And we're going to see just what this campaign has in store for us. Because we have a big swing to take.
Okay.
All right. We're going to investigate here. We have 4. We have 6 with this perception to 2. That is our first action. Our tokens, by the way, we have skulls, but they are 0 right now. And then we've got 2 of the cultists that are -2s. The rest of it's pretty bog standard stuff. Let's see what we get.
Okay.
-2. Okay.
Seems good.
So that is a 4 on 2. So that is a succeed by 2. We're going to go ahead and play this lockpicks with the I'll take that, spending 1 resource. Then I'll draw a card. Well, maybe I should have played that one instead. That's okay. I guess we'll use the lockpicks. Action 2.
Sounds good.
We have a 9, and this is, yes, the level 0 lockpicks that we're stuck with for the whole campaign, probably.
Monterey Jack experience.
We do have a 9, though. A 9 is a good number. In fact, yeah, I mean, it's a good number. Very good number.
The seal of Cthulhu is broken.
Unfortunately, it does nothing. But we'll take the clues.
Makes us feel good.
It does. And I will go ahead and move on to the mess hall. And we've got a 1 shroud location here. When you gain any amount of resources during your turn at the mess hall, gain 1 additional resource, limit once per round. 4 clues here. No signs of human activities.
Oh.
Well,
so I want to end my turn there.
You probably do. I think I'm going to take the resource and then an extra resource for my end of turn ability.
Perfect. All right. Well, let's get a fighting thing online. I will spend 3 to play Breath of the Sleeper. Oh my, that's the 9 charge. Excuse me, that's the 10 charge experience.
That's 10.
It is 10. I can't count. All right, good. So I have some fighting online, and how do you feel about me putting a Doom card into play?
Well, we have 7 to advance. That seems okay.
That seems okay. I'm going to play this Arcane Initiate, and I'm going to immediately use her to search my top 3 for a spell.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get one, but that's the breaks. And then I'm going to move in to join you.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay.
Okay.
So we'll go to upkeep. Unfortunately, you don't get an additional resource for that, but that's all right. You can get resources later if you'd like.
It's during your turn. Yes. No, that's fine. That's fine.
All right, one doom out of two doom, I suppose. I'll give this a good shuffle, and let's see what I end up getting.
Okay.
Hidden card.
It's a hidden card. Let's see what I get. Coolant leak. Revelation. Test agility 4.
Hmm.
For each point you fail by, either choose and discard a card from your hand or take 1 damage. If you control the EVA suit story asset, you automatically succeed. Well, I don't. Without coolant, heat generating structures in a vacuum would get really hot really fast. Well, 3 on 4. I think I'm just testing this. What's the worst that can happen? Well, we're about to find out. Well, I don't have a clue to drop, but I do fail by 3. So I think I'm going to discard this ritual candles, and I will take 2 damage. All right, fine.
Okay.
Okay.
I might not be going anywhere, but I might be going somewhere.
Good.
Let's see. I probably need to deal with this hidden card.
Let me do my arcane initiate pull
Sure.
first, because this might be relevant. No, it isn't. We saw I had plenty of spell cards. They're just not coming up yet.
Yep.
Fine, whatever. Yeah, I am probably what? It's only Shroud 1. 2 on 1. Honestly, who's do we need? Do you have a preference? Because if we get all of these clues, we can of course head straight to the cargo hold
Mm-hmm.
and then to the engine room, but that's leaving the infirmary. Are you thinking you have a preference to doing that or checking out the infirmary before we head where our objective
I really
suggests?
shouldn't say much, given
Okay,
that I know things.
sure. Um, well, how about I can reasonably help get some of these clues, actually. So why don't I see if I can accomplish that?
Sure.
I will spend a resource to play this other ritual candles,
Mm-hmm.
and now I can just test 2 on 1, and if I pull a this, I'll get +1, and I'll pass anyway. So I'm now passing on much of the bag. So let's try that. 2 on 1.
There you go.
Hey presto, get a clue.
Oh, that goes to my here. You
Oh,
you can take it.
all right. I'll have to change my hotkey then.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? Let's do that again. There we go. Get another clue.
There you go.
All
Okay.
right. That's my turn.
I'm going to do something a little different,
Okay.
which is I'm going to play my good old pal Alton O'Connell, who is my level 0 ally of choice. And we're going to see if we can make this guy work. Okay.
Seems a good place for it.
Okay. So that is action 1. Action 2, interestingly, is going to be to play this Thieves Kit. So I've just spent all my money that I got, but that's okay. And then we're going to fire off the Thieves Kit for my third and maybe final action. So this is a 6-2-1. -2. That is a 4-1.
You have passed by 3.
I did pass by 3. So I am going to go ahead and put one of these here. Take the clue, gain 2 resources. That's not bad.
That's not bad at all.
I also can just get the last clue.
Okay.
Yeah, let's just do it. We'll exhaust this guy, spend the 1 evidence, and then we take the clue.
Alton O'Connell already pulling his weight.
Yeah, that's not bad. Okay.
Okay.
And you're wondering why I'm like, well, you'll find out soon. Okay.
You have a hidden card.
I do have a hidden card.
I know how that sounds.
We can go to upkeep. I don't get to use my ability.
Okay.
All right, we got 3 Doom out of 7. My next encounter card is not hidden. This one's a funny one. High radiation levels. Hazard Revelation test agility 3, because I'm sure not doing the other one. If you fail, deal 1 direct damage to your investigator and to each ally asset you control. And that wouldn't kill him. But we're going to do 6 to 3.
I'm going to use my Arcane Initiate in the
Okay, go
window
ahead.
there.
We do fail that, by the way.
That's funny. All right. I got one that time.
All right, what's your encounter card then?
Let's find out. Decompression. Attach to the nearest access location. So that's one of those two.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the round, each investigator without the EVA suit story asset at the attached location takes 3 direct damage and then discard decompression. Splat. So if I just put this somewhere we're not going, won't this go away at the end of the round?
It will, yes.
All right. I will take a freebie.
Simple enough.
I have a reason to go first.
Sure.
The only reason I'm pausing is because the thing that I want to do, I don't know what your hidden card entails, but I guess that's the fun of hidden cards.
Sure is.
So I think heck, this is why we have the cards. I'm going to spend a resource and fast play a spectral shield on you.
Cool.
And then I'm going to spend a resource and fast play a spectral shield on me.
All right. Those charges are about to get used up.
That is the plan.
Okay.
And neither of those took an action.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm real curious about this infirmary. Are you okay if I wander into there and see what's up?
Go ahead.
We're going ahead. Ooh, scan. All right, 3 shroud, 1 clue per player. Spend an action, scan, look for medical supplies. Search for the topmost card in the scanning deck with the icon below and draw it. Shuffle the scanning deck.
Okay.
I'm going to scan.
So the way this
Why
works,
not?
I'm gonna give this a good shuffle first. Is we'll just like pull off the top card until we get the one that has the matching symbol, and then you get to draw it.
Okay, so that's not it. That's not it. There's 15 cards here. That's a lot of scanning to do. Hey, there we
you go.
And then the rest shuffle back in, right?
The rest shuffle back in, yes.
Okay. Medical foam. Hand slot. Medical science item. You can put this card into play under the control of any investigator. 3 supplies. At investigator, your location takes any amount of damage. Exhaust medical foam, spend a supply, heal that amount of damage.
Yeah.
So 1 supply, heal any amount of damage. If it all happens at once. Interesting. Your hand slots are full, right?
Please don't kick these things out.
I won't. That's perfectly fine. Okay. Cool.
So this is interesting with our spectral shields now.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
Okay.
So I guess timing wise, the spectral shield happens first because it's forced.
Right.
And then if there's any left over, I can medical foam it.
Yep.
If it's happening at my location.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right. There's no victory here. There's no victory anywhere, I have to note. I'm going to come back and join you.
Okay.
All right. Seems good.
All right. Let's get out of here. I'm going to move. And that's my first action. And let's go ahead and spend 2 clues. Do you want to spend yours? Should you keep yours? What are you thinking?
How about we spend mine so that then you can just go to the engine room if you're ahead of me and advance by yourself?
Okay. Sounds good. All right, you spent your 2 clues. 2 shroud, 1 clue here. Forced after you enter cargo hold. Test 2 willpower. If you fail, take 1 horror. This is after you enter, not after you reveal. As you step through the door, you see dozens of corpses, mutilated and mangled. Scrawled onto the floor in blood and gore are the words, "No hope." You ready to start canceling some horror?
That's why I'm here.
Okay. I fail. I take a horror.
No, you don't. It's canceled.
And you must remove 1 charge.
This is why I have the cards.
All right, well, I keep moving on to the engine room. 4 shroud, 2 clues. At the end of your turn, if you're at the engine room and do not control radiation tablets, take 1 damage.
I love it.
All right, so I can go ahead and just spend these clues right now.
Sure.
I guess I might as well. Let's go ahead and advance the act. All right, as the nuclear ion engines begin their reboot sequence, the emergency lights shut off and leave you in darkness. You see glimpses of an image of a memory. A great golden palace stands behind you, older than time itself, a throne befit for a queen, reigning over the infinite void of a sunless space. When the main fluorescent lights return, an ear-piercing scream resonates out of the intercom system. It is the sound of several children's roboticized voices crying out in unison, "Intruders detected! Go away! Please, leave us alone!" All right, so we're going to go ahead and shuffle in the AI encounter set, along with the discard pile. And we're going to advance to Agenda 2A and Act 2A. Do not remove Doom from play and transfer all Doom from Agenda 1A to 2A. So this goes away,
Nice.
which, by the way, is in fact, each investigator is killed and lose the campaign. They did tell us that was going to happen, so.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
I want that to happen on my table. My players would appreciate that.
Anyway, so the next agenda is the ghost ship. The computerized voices sob and sing snippets of nursery rhymes. Weird. The ship's lights flicker along, and the automated hatches snap open and closed. The tatterdemalion has a mind of its own. Now we've got another ability to scan. If there are no clues on your current location, you can scan, search for the topmost card in the scanning deck with an icon matching your current location, and draw it. Shuffle the scanning deck. Notably, there's 14 cards in here, and there's not 14 locations, so some of these can be done more than once, or there's multiple ways to get them.
And matching, I presume, means so like I'm the mess hall, the yellow circle. So if I scanned, I'm just going to draw this top card.
You sure are.
Okay.
So we need to figure out how to repair or disable the insane cybernetic AI, and you're being instructed when to advance. It'll be on a card that we haven't seen yet.
Sounds good. We got to explore and find some cards.
So I need to get some clues, presumably. I think we could use the lockpicks. We'll be at 10 to 4. That's pretty good. I'll do that. Last action, 10 to 4. A 0 succeeds by a lot more than 3, but I will get a clue. And then
succeeds by 6. You should be able to put 2 on all.
I wish it were that way. I don't control the radiation tablets, unfortunately, so go ahead and burn some more of your charges. I will get a card and a resource.
Didn't mean to burn 3 there. I'm not sure why my normal copy. Whoa, there we go.
Yeah, these should work. You need 9 on it,
there we go.
8?
No, we're good.
8 is good. Okay.
8. Start with 10.
Okay. Well, yeah, that was a turn.
That sure was a turn. All right. Up 8. Good.
We do have 4 now. I will get a new encounter card. Nearest access location is, in fact, the cargo hold. So, all right. Oh, this other one should be gone now.
Oh, yes. So we don't want to end our turn there.
Yeah.
Although, ironically, I could medical foam away just a decompression splat, which is pretty impressive medical foam, but
That's true. You could.
we don't really need to do that, I don't think.
No. Okay. What
All
else
right.
you got?
I got more coolant leak.
Oh no.
Well, that's the way it goes, right?
Mhm.
I draw the agility treacheries, and you draw willpower things. All right, that's fine. 3 on 4. Let's just go for it. I'm going to use my arcane initiate. Nope. I can't really complain. It got me the 2 spectral shields. Let's
True.
take this test.
0.
Nope. Fail by 1. So I will take. Um, I will. Uh, what's our agenda? We're at 3, 4. Because I do want to get rid of my arcane initiate at some point, but I
Hmm.
think it's. I think there's still some time for that. So I will take the damage, which means I lose a charge.
This is a wacky support deck.
I'm glad we're getting it online right away so we can see what it can do.
All right.
All right.
I think I'll go first and try to get the last clue and then maybe do a scan.
Sounds good.
All right. We're at 10 again, 10 to 4.
Okay.
Another succeed by way too much, but that's all right.
There.
We'll take that clue. And
Mhm.
let's do the scan. I think we can look for the brown one, which is not that. Sorry.
Hourglass thing.
I'm expecting it's okay. It's
Okay.
this one. Oh, the mind machine interface. Okay. This is another way to do some scan, specifically with the Mickey Mouse ears or cloverleaf or whatever you want to call that.
So we need
Uh,
4 clues
yeah.
to do this scan.
Okay, that'll just
Uh,
happen, I think.
doesn't take us a lot.
No, I'll
Um,
take it. It doesn't really matter who does it because it's we spend as a group.
my only thought was, should I take it because right now your actions are more valuable than mine?
Oh, sure, you could do it and scan whenever you'd like.
Yeah.
All right. So we have the cargo hold, the decompression, and then just the 1 damage if I stay here. I think I'm probably gonna get myself the heck out of here entirely. Maybe go
Your
check out.
Monterey Jack boost last
Yeah,
round?
what's that?
I couldn't remember if you got your Monterey Jack boost last round because there was so much activity
Oh yeah, yeah.
from
I
having
got
moved.
I got the card and resource last
Okay,
time.
great.
So I'm gonna move. I think twice. So we're gonna move here, take this test, and use your charge when I invariably lose
Sounds good.
that test. And
Done.
then we're gonna go ahead and play these swift reflexes for an extra action
Perfect.
and move into the escape pod bay. Okay.
Okay.
And this is 2 clues here. After you succeed at evading an enemy at this location, defeat that enemy, group limit 3 times per game. That seems like a good location for me to be at, huh?
Oh, I love that. That's hilarious.
All right, I've gotten
Just
my
shoving out the air.
yeah, exactly. Push him out there, look. Okay.
All right.
That's me. I got my my stuff.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Okay. Um, so I don't yet have a further investigate, so I can't really meaningfully like get these infirmary clues, but I could scan just the mess hall.
Hmm.
Um, so I think actually what I'm going to do, I am going to first take a resource, which means take 2. And then I'm going to play this crystal pendulum.
Nice.
And Now I'm going to scan. So, yellow circle. Sorry, dealing with a little bit of lag there. Nope, I don't want the whole deck. I can't help but notice there are two things that the mind interface can get. All right, what do we got? I found a ventilation shaft.
Mm-hmm.
2 shroud, 1 clue per player. Put this into play. When you would enter, test agility 3. If you fail, cancel the effects of the move. Okay, and this is connected to these places, which is a way to get into the ship's bridge.
That's right.
Neat. All right, that was my third action. So that's my
Okay,
turn.
great. Let's go to upkeep, and then we'll see what happens.
Okay. That's a card.
So this will be another Doom. 5 of 7, so Arcane Initiative is not long for the world, right? Right?
I mean, right.
I have another. Ooh, okay.
Hidden card. And I have high radiation levels. Hey, something that'll do direct damage to my investigator and each ally I control.
There you go.
We were just talking about, and the Arcane Initiate is not protected by a spectral shield.
Nope.
So let's use her before we take this test. And, ooh, I actually have a choice. And I'm going to take this. And test agility or combat 3. Doesn't matter for me. Let's see. I am going to still no AI encounter cards. I'll say that I'll pass or fail by 2.
You
Well,
did.
I failed by 1.
Oh, that's right. By 1.
Yeah,
Oh,
crystal
close.
pendulum nonsense. But direct damage to my investigator and each ally. So the Arcane Initiate is gone, and a charge is gone.
The only thing
So
I
there
don't
we
like
go.
about the Crystal Pendulum is you have to call the number and exhaust it first. So it doesn't, you can't just do this
Yes.
forever until you
Correct.
hit.
Correct.
Okay.
All right.
Trying to think about.
I do think you can get these 2 clues.
I will. That is easy. I do have a couple of hidden cards I need to think about, though.
If you can go first and get the clues, then I can use this interface to spend the 4 clues. If not,
yes. Yeah, I mean, I will. Let's see if I end
or
up
if
with the
there is
right
a
number of clues.
okay, fair enough.
All right. I will go first and we'll just try to make that happen. We're going to use these lockpicks and go 10 to 3 minus 1. That is 9 to 3. Succeeds by a big number, like 6. Will actually not take the clue. Instead, I'm going to get rid of this hidden card, which places a clue on this location instead. And I get rid of this.
Huh. When an investigator would discover any amount of clues from your location, place one of their clues on that location instead. That's cute.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this discards it. This is a reaction, by the way, in case you happen to pick up one of these cards. There might be another one that's kind of like this. You don't have to do it until you feel like it's the right time.
But it seems like a thing that's probably good to do.
Yeah, I feel like this is an okay time for it.
Okay.
Then we're going to try to get the clues again.
That's good.
Yeah. So I have 6 to 3 on an investigation with the Thieves Kit, spending a supply. Yes, let's go with that. -2. Okay, that gets me a clue and a resource.
Good.
And then, I should have ordered this differently. Now I see what I could have done. Okay, well, that's all right. We're going to do a Thieves Kit again with this deduction and perception using our intellect this time. So that puts us at 723.
That's
That
by
does
3.
succeed by 3. So we'll happily take that and the clues and a card. I do not get anything from Monterey's ability, but I do have all the clues. Okay.
All right. Good with me spending them to scan?
Yeah.
Let's do it. We're looking for Mickey Mouse ears.
There you go.
That's some Mickey Mouse ears. K2PS187 Cybernetic Brain. You finally uncover the direct access port to interface with the Tetradamalian's main computer, K2PS187. However, you quickly realize that disabling or rewiring it will not be as simple as you anticipated. For it's not a true computer at all, it is actually a cybernetic organism. Deep within the mechanics of the ship's bridge is the computer core, and within it are the disembodied brains of 6 young children. Our ship is literally powered by a forsaken child, times 6. Brilliant. Linked together to form a very powerful supercomputer. Sickens you to the core who would do such a thing. The great minds of 2147, that's who. Damning them to an eternity of calculating ship trajectories and processing algorithms. This is some Dune stuff. You
Yep.
feel guilty knowing that you must have been part of this heinous crew. We each add a tally mark next to memories. We advance to Act 2B and add this to the hex zone.
All right. So that is what little green brains are down here. That's to mark our memories.
Perfect.
And we go
Sounds
to
good.
the next act. It would be impossible to physically bypass or rewire K2PS187. However, there is another way to repair the computer. If you can reprogram the cryosleep chamber's dream protocols to interface with K2PS187, you will essentially create a pocket reality in which you can virtually interact with K2PS187 within its dreams. From there, you'll be able to bring the poor minds back to their senses. However, without proper psychological conditioning, entering the virtual reality may be damaging to your identity, leaving you in a state of decoherence. Although some of your procedural memories have returned, your self-identity is still out of tune. You may want to explore the ship and remember who you used to be. Put the set-aside virtual access key story asset into play under any investigator's control, and you get it as part of your deck. So let's take a look at it first, by the way. It's this thing.
Neat. Key to the Gate of Dreams. Accessory. When you would take horror, exhaust virtual access key, cancel one of it. Reaction. So this will happen after the forced effect of my spectral shields. Is this a thing for you? Do you even have an accessory in your deck?
I
You have a
have
cigarette case.
cigarette case, yeah. Yeah, is this a
You
relic
thinking-
hunter? What do you have? What's your plan for?
Well, I have Crystal Pendulum, which is you know, a reasonable level 0/1.
Mhm.
In terms of late game, so I was thinking another interesting play with Spectral Shield that Akachi can do is take Bengal Jinxes
Yeah.
because it uses charges and it gets a charge whenever you're attacked. So if I take that down the line and maybe take Relic Hunter, or I think Occult Reliquary could work too,
Yeah,
because I believe it's cursed trait.
it is. Yeah.
Then if I have an enemy on me that does 1 damage or 1 horror, I could literally ignore it in perpetuity. So I was kind of thinking about that as a possible thing that I could do.
Sure. Obviously, I could get a Relic Hunter in the deck and make room for this too. I've got the Chronophobia. I also have the Spectral Shield, so I think I take it for now. That's the problem though, because
Seems
that
fine.
person has to take it in their deck, right?
I'm fine with you keeping this if you think Relic Hunter might be useful. Like We got the spectral shields online at the start, and
Yeah.
I'm hopeful we'll be able to continue doing that. But we can't count on that every time. So, especially with Chronophobia in your deck, I mean, this is ignore Chronophobia, the card.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I'll take it.
absolutely,
And if I, for whatever reason, don't want to play it, then it is a commit. A pretty good commit.
it is a commit. Who knows? You might need a 3 willpower commit.
Yeah. All right.
All right,
That was cool.
good. That was good. All right, that was my first action.
Mhm.
So, I gotta say, I'm sorely tempted to take another double resource and play another asset.
Sure.
Because this ventilation shaft is not for me. This is a U location.
Yeah.
Um,
Now you know why
so
I'm
yeah,
playing Monterey Jack.
yep. So I'm gonna spend an action. I'm gonna continue to eat, take 2 resources, then I'm gonna spend 3 um to put another 10 charges on the field.
I think that is wise.
And now I could even use them to investigate.
Yeah,
And
that's
that's
true.
me.
You could do that. All right. Let's go to upkeep and see what the next Oh, that's pretty good.
Okay. That's a
Did
card.
I get the resource
That's
from my thieves kit the second time? I don't think I did.
no, because you were at 6 at the start.
Yeah.
Yes. So
Turns out
get your
this is
well
a good
connected up.
card. Okay.
Who knew? Thieves get good.
I found a system bug. This is going to be engaging with me, and it's going to dump a clue here.
Oh,
Interesting.
okay. Well, I think you know what to do with that.
I do.
Let's see what I get.
Oh, yeah, same thing.
I get a system bug, which spawns with me.
Yep.
And that also dumps a clue on my location.
So I didn't do the scan here because I was doing shenanigans last time.
Yep.
All right. Let's see. How am I going to deal with this? I mean, yes, I'm doing the evade thing. I'm just trying to think about, I guess that's 1, 2 actions, 3. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's just what we have to do. Sure, I'll go.
Okay, sounds good.
We'll do the evade at 6 on 2. All
Okay.
right, that is -1. And I think I could just use this for one of our 3. Just might as well get rid of it.
So did you just pass by 3?
I suppose I did. It's -1, huh? Let's just keep loading up on Alton. Okay.
Right.
I guess I'll.
We've got these.
Hmm.
I'm gonna just plop like a, I don't know. I always like to use offering because I think it's amusing to indicate we did this one.
Having done this, yes.
Yeah. One escape pod now has a computer bug in it.
There we go. Second action. I would like to play this, but I think I need to get the scans done. Oh, but I also have this thing. Honestly, no. I'm going to play the card. Let's go ahead and play the well-connected, which is +1 for now, but still that's going to be helpful once we get 1,000,000 resources, which we're in the process of doing.
Oh, I love the little indicator in the bottom right of how effective it is.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so let's go ahead and do a thieves kit for this. For this, let's see. We can do a. Let's do a watch this on this.
Sounds good.
And unfortunately, well connected is not going to help with this because they will put me down to too few resources, I think.
If you bet a full 3.
If I bet a full 3. But I'm going to bet a full 3 because that's just how we work. All right, so that puts me at 7 on 3. I will also additionally just commit this. I'll take that because I don't think we're going to need it. And I'll take the resources instead. All right, -1. So this was a 6, 7, 8 on 3.
0, actually, right?
Oh, 0. Thank you.
Bug
is gone. So we're going to take 1 resource with the clue. And then we're going to take another 6 with the watch this. That's good.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Okay. Well, let's deal with mine. I'm going to attack with Breath of the Sleeper. And I'll be swinging 6 on 3.
Mhm.
And I guess I don't have Katarina, so I can't do the shtick I was talking about, but I think it's reasonable to spend, let's see, 6 on 3. Yeah, I think it's reasonable to spend 1, and I'll pull 2 tokens. And I'm going to call that I'm going to call 1. Yes, 1. Well, I didn't get 1, but I did. So I do 1 damage. Okay, that's fine. And then I'm just going to attack it again with the Breath of the Sleeper, and I'm not going to pull any extra tokens on it this time. Just 6 on 3.
Good enough.
Should have called 1 that time.
Yeah.
But it's defeated. That's fine. And now I'm going to investigate, since I have Eyes the Dreamer. And I don't feel like I need to pull any charges for this. I'm just testing 6 on 1 to get this clue.
There you go.
There we go. Okay. That's my turn.
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
All right. Good upkeep.
The spirits are angry.
Well, you do have a lot
Good
of
thing
charges out
I've
there.
got plenty of charges to mollify them.
Just can't use them all up before you before you quell the spirits. All right. I
No fear of
have
that.
artificial gravity malfunction. Boo.
Ugh.
Boy, that's pretty bad. Well,
So scan also will take an extra action.
that's right. Huh. All right. Well, so it's here.
I didn't realize. Oh, right. Sorry, I'm just really focusing on Act 3 at the moment. So to advance, it's doing the VR scan back where we started, but we want memories first.
Yeah.
I'm interpreting this as a City of Archives type situation.
Interpret away.
I will interpret away, and I do not expect any commentary on that. Okay. Well, what's my card? Anachronism. Test willpower 3 for each point you fail by. Either discard a non-story asset you control or take 1 horror. Any horn? Why are you in space? I'll just take 6 on 3. Seems good.
Here you go.
Pass by 2. No problem. All right. So you can scan or leave, but not both.
Correct. I'm probably just gonna have to scan and then see what that ends up doing.
All right.
So, yeah. I think I'll just go for that, and then we can see what happens. We're looking for the moon.
Yep.
This is the moon. Okay. Well.
Ooh, victory 2.
Yeah. Near the stern of the vessel is a large structure of human bones and skulls. At the top of the creation is a wax sculpture of a female figure in a yellow dress. The sculpture itself must be at least 100 years old. It all seems so surreal and sad. In front of the strange altar lies a scroll which holds the first draft of a new prayer being written to a Tassilda, royal princess of Carcosa. You are certain you've heard this name before, but you can't recall when. So we'll go up to 2 on memories, and then I think we'll place a doom on the current agenda. I think that might work.
Sure.
Let's go ahead.
Now, you only get that memory. I don't, because I'm not with you.
Aha! You are not with me. Well, I've remembered more than you have.
That's fine.
Let's go ahead and advance the agenda. And I get...
Depths of Deme. Unmanned power loader. Spawn the cargo hold. So in between us. Okay. Fight 5.
Yes.
Health 6 of A2. Hunter. AI Machine Elite, while moving or engaging, UPL A21 Demi ignores investigators without an AI encounter card in their threat area. 3 damage.
Hmm.
Victory 1.
So right now it's not going anywhere. But you know
So,
where I'd like it to go?
with you,
Yeah.
so you can shove it out a escape pod because that's not limited to non-elite.
It is not limited to non-elites. I don't know how I'm going to make that happen, but
You just need an AI encounter card in your threat area,
yeah.
and then manage for a turn.
Anyway,
Okay.
I suppose I just draw a card for my last action. Okay.
Hmm. So the awkward bit, of course, is that we want to get to the bridge,
Hmm.
uh, but I am not well equipped to accomplish that task. You are, but you're across the map, and you've got this thing.
Hmm. I mean, feel free to just
Um,
kill this thing.
while moving or engaging. Okay. So if I move in there, it's not going to engage with me, anything of that sort.
Right, but you still may attack it. Does not have aloof. By the way,
That is
9
true.
to advance the next agenda.
Okay. Should take a look at that. Reaching out to every machine to manipulate to control. We still have the same scan
Hmm.
action. Um, is this a last agenda?
It is.
Okay.
So we do potentially have a lot of work to do. We've got 10 cards left in the scan deck.
Okay. Fight 5. All right. So with Breath of the Sleeper, I would be swinging 6 on 5, which is not tremendous, but let's see. 6 5 5 6. Okay. All right. Let's see if I would you prefer I try to kill this thing and then leave you free to do stuff otherwise in the ship? As opposed to you just waiting for it to show up at the escape pod bay, since you don't have much control over
I
that?
don't have much control over that, and I don't know if
All right.
there's any more things to pull out of the escape pod bay scan deck. So I think it's better off just moving around.
Makes sense to believe. All right. Okay. So I will start working on that. I am going to start by exhausting my Eyes of the Dreamer to put a charge on Angered Spirits.
Hmm.
Um, and I am going to. So he won't even attack. Okay. Well, let's move in. And I do this willpower test, 6 on 2. Elder
Hey,
sign.
that's
I get
good.
to add a charge to something. I'll add a charge to my sleeper breath. Why can't I usually like copy and paste to
Hmm.
add an extra charge, and I'm not
Oh,
sure why
because
that is
you are
not
not
working.
a promoted in the table. That's why.
It's fine. I just dragged a dynamic token over, so we're good there. All right. Um, so now I'm actually going to throw a bunch of charges at this.
Sure.
So I am going to attack, and I'm going to spend 3, since I got a different battery here, so that I'm pulling 4 tokens. And I'm testing 6 against 5.
Hmm.
And
You still need to succeed.
I do still need to succeed, which is why I'm going to throw this guts into it. And let's see. That puts me 8 on 5. He's not in my threat area, so skulls are still 0.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say I'm actually going to say that I'm going to say 2 on my crystal pendulum. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Well,
Yeah.
I still only do 1 damage,
Yeah.
but
I
I can
get
get another
I
charge.
guess you take the elder sign. I guess.
I mean, I could take the skull and draw a card. Um, not the skull. The cultist.
Cultist.
Because with my ritual candles, it's effectively like a -1. So do I want a card or a charge?
Good
I
question.
think,
I think the charge is selfishly is
yeah.
good for
No, I do. I want the charge. All right. So 1 damage. It's a start.
it is.
Um, I am going to.
And then you get your guts card as well.
Oh yes, thank you. That's pretty funny. Okay. All right. Actually, I'm going to do this now while I don't have anything engaged with me,
Mhm.
and that is spend 2 to play Spirit Speaker.
Nice.
So now when this runs out of charges, I can pull it back and play it again.
You could just
And
play it
or
over and over.
Yep.
All right.
And or cash in Eyes of the Dreamer for 9 resources.
Yeah.
If I happen to have a second one in my hand, for example. All right. Well, it's a start.
It is.
Upkeep. That's funny stuff.
Okay.
More
Another
hidden cards?
more hidden cards for me.
And this
This is
gravity
gone. Yeah,
malfunction
yeah.
goes away too.
I mean,
Yep.
it's a reaction. I don't have to, but I'm
Oh.
going to.
And I get
Oh no.
nope,
Um.
I'm going to all right, ward of protection.
Okay. Yeah, because that's bad for you.
You want to get out of this area.
Yeah. I actually have a
Like
way of
I
ignoring that, but it's probably bad enough for you to cancel too.
Yes. Yeah, I'm canceling that. So I take a horror which comes from Eyes of the Dreamer.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right.
So let me ask you a question,
Yes.
which is, uh, yeah, how much help do you need with this? Because I can do some damage potentially, or I can run around and do what I'm probably better
I
equipped to do.
Notwithstanding my marvelous showing with Breath of the Sleeper, um I if I don't have this thing dead this turn, I will definitely expect to have it dead next turn.
Okay,
And the
then
fact that it's not actually engaging me leaves me
it,
free to do what I want to do.
that's
So
fair.
feel
Let,
free to run off and do other more productive stuff.
I will do that. Let me go first in order to make that easier.
Okay.
So I will go one action here. We're gonna take our test, which
Yep.
I theoretically could go even on. Actually, I could go up one with the well connected. Sure.
I mean,
No,
if
we're
you're
not
not
gonna do
going to
that.
need, I mean, are you going to need it for another test?
I
Like,
might need it
it's
for another
one
test.
charge off of my battery of still 8.
Yeah, you'll be fine. I'll go. Okay. See, -4. I would not have passed anyway.
Yep.
All
One
right.
charge.
All right. You know what this guy though has a lot of in his pockets.
Yes. I love it.
He also has a way of getting me out of here. All right. So we've got 6, 2, 0. Let's use the well connected on this to go 8.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that is a 0 still. So I will take my 6 resources and move 1. Okay, let's see here. I mean, I could move right into the ship's bridge
Get all the way
here.
there.
However, I might just want to stop in the infirmary first. Yeah, we'll just move
Okay.
2.
Seems good.
And then our last action is going to be to investigate. Okay, this is gonna. Okay, and we'll use the lockpicks on this one at 10 on 3. Okay, I'll get a clue. Now something else happens, which
Okay.
is this. If there is one or more clues on your location, take 2 damage and discard this. So I will take a damage and cancel one of it.
That is correct.
And my hand has been freed up a little bit.
Good. All right. I am going to.
Oh, I also take a card and a resource.
That is true. Phew, 20. Love.
Yep.
Very nice.
Yep.
All right. So I am going to put a charge on Angered Spirits. I'm going to attack this thing again with Breath of the Sleeper, and I am going to spend my 3 charges again. I am testing 6 against 5. And I think I'm just going to do that. And I'm going to call 0. Hey,
You
we
can
did it.
take the -1s. Yeah.
I can take the -1, so I do 3 damage, and with Crystal Pendulum, I draw a card. Beautiful.
All right. That's how many actions of fighting that you've done?
That was my first action this turn.
Okay, but I mean that's 2 actions that you fought this guy, right? And so that's
Yes.
4 damage. That's not bad. That's on par, right?
That is on par. So now, let's see. I'm pulling this back. I don't have the resources, but you know what I can do?
Sorry, I can't share.
No. It's fine. Because what we're going to do is we're going to exhaust Spirit Speaker to discard this Eyes of the Dreamer and get 5 resources.
Hmm.
And then spend 3 resources to play a second Breath of the Sleeper.
Okay. All right. Okay.
And so that's my second action.
It is because this was the free trigger. Yeah.
And while I could attempt to kill it, what I actually want to do is maximize my chances of doing so efficiently. And I'm going to spend my last action to play Katarina Sojka.
Yeah, there you go. Okay. Neat.
All right.
Let me ask you, I was going to say before maybe you did some of that nonsense, if there's a way for you to get that last clue, that way we could do a scan here. Because I don't know if I'm coming back.
After I kill this, want to... If not next turn, I can the following turn.
Okay.
Or I could accelerate it. I could get it next turn. I'm just slightly short on resources. I can get it either this turn or next turn.
Okay. Well, then we go to upkeep, and we'll see if this guy ever engages anyone, right?
We will. We will indeed.
2 of 9. Here is a problem for me. I think this is a good time to use the well-connected. So we're going to go 5 to 1.
Seems like an excellent time. 5 to 2, yes?
5 to 2. Plus 1 is 6 to 2. Darn it. Did not succeed by 3. Shocking, actually.
There you go. And I've got this again, anachronism. So 6 on 3. Again, we just pass.
All right.
Okay. So how about I try to annihilate this thing?
Yeah.
Do you prefer I kill it this turn, or do you prefer I get this clue and do a scan from here this turn?
It doesn't matter to me. I just want to make sure that we get the clue and do a scan before we have to leave again.
Okay. I mean, this is not an urgent issue. So, although it will be more... I need 1 more resource, is the thing, which I'll get passively at the end of this turn.
Right.
So if you're okay with my waiting another turn,
Sure.
I can get it then. All right. Let's kill this thing. So My thinking with Katarina and Breath of the Sleeper, or Eyes of the Dreamer, was to just spend one charge
Mhm.
and use Katarina to hunt for a symbol and then get one more. So let's see if that's going to work. And we'll exhaust Katarina. I'll do her first.
Mhm.
So,
There you go.
well, there we go. I mean, that's hilarious. Thankfully, I still hit since the skull is only a 0. I should have used my pendulum. I forgot to do that, but I
Mhm.
do 1 damage. But that's fine. Um,
I guess you
I
don't need to spend
can't
the
move
charge
forward.
now.
That's true. Well, um, since I'm only 1 up,
Ah, it's true.
I still pass on the cultist with the ritual candles, but I will attack again. I will spend 1 charge just to pull 2 tokens, and I'm going to call um again a 0.
Hmm.
Well, you
Neither of
don't
those.
always get what you want,
No.
but it doesn't have retaliate or anything. All right, you know what? We're gonna just do that again. What's our agenda? 2 of 9. Yep, we're just gonna do that again. Cultist does it thanks to the ritual candles.
There we go.
Boom, dead.
All right, that is another one experience. Yeah, one experience. So we have 4 so far. That's nice.
Okay,
I will work on getting us some more.
sounds good.
All right, so we are going to get this last clue. Let's use our lock picks and this quick thinking.
Seems good.
All right, that is a 10, 11 on 3. Cool. We will take another
500.
action, but I'm going to take this clue first, and also I'm going to connect the dots and get 2 clues from this location.
Perfect. We did it.
Yeah.
And by we, I mean you.
Okay, I'm going to scan here for the plus sign. That is my next action. I haven't found anything yet. Here we go. Okay,
You found an enemy.
I did. Here's an AI. Aloof retaliate. 3, 4 health, 4 evade. After you defeat this enemy, scan, search for the topmost card in the scanning deck with the icon below and draw it. I like the name here. The Shores of
LROP.
Holly.
Shores of Holly.
Okay.
Okay.
I will not be.
I will wander over and deal with that.
Yeah, he's gonna be here, and yeah, that'll be that. Okay.
Okay.
Shuffle that. I will, however, pick his pockets a bit.
Seems good.
We have 6. We have 7 with this nimble. 2, 0. -2 is 5. I will take the 5 resources and move. I mean, I could move all the way. We're gonna have to take a test when we move in here anyway. So let's take the
Yep.
test at 6 on 3. Okay. And then, I mean, we might come back. Let's go all the way to the ship's bridge.
Sure.
All right. So I did an investigate. I did the
Ah,
scan. I did the parlay. And then I have one more action.
there are more clues here.
Mm-hmm. I guess we'll use this thieves kit and go 6, 2, 3 for our last action.
Seems good.
-1. That is not a succeed by 3, but it is enough for a clue and a resource.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
All right. Good.
Did you put anything on your angered spirits this round, or you're gonna wait on that?
Waiting to. I'm waiting to next turn.
Okay. Well, let's go ahead
Okay.
and do upkeep, and we'll see what happens next.
What happens next is the Silver Twilight Acolyte bursts out of the power loader and is annoyed that I had disrupted his ride.
I mean, I think he was another enemy in cryosleep who woke up accidentally.
One of the two, maybe both.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine.
Okay. You do have a way of doing 3 damage, which is kind of nice.
I do.
I will never have an AI encounter card in my threat area, apparently. So this is just a 6-on-2. And that is what we do. A -1 is indeed a succeed by 3.
Very nice.
Thank you, Alton.
And I get a hidden card.
Exciting.
Okay, this is fine. All right. Let me see if I can handle my situation. Unless, I guess this unfortunately makes the. Now I'm more busy to do the mind machine scan than you are,
Yeah.
but it is what it is.
I'll be doing the scan
Um,
on this location.
let me see if I can fix my board here. Okay, so we're going to attack this Silver Twilight Acolyte.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to use Katerina Stojka. We're going to spend. I really would like to kill this bozo in one attack.
Would be nice.
So I'm gonna spend 2. I use Katerina on the first one and then 2 more. What do we get? Okay, that's Katerina. Well, I'm not doing 3 damage.
No.
I am hitting it for 1. Whether I take the skull or the cultist.
And I assume you're canceling the auto fail, so let's do that.
Yes. Yes.
I got it down to
100%.
Yeah.
Let's try that again. And I mean, I hate doing just 1 damage a pop.
It is a little tough.
It is a little tough. Yeah, this so far, I mean, I've used it twice, and I got the 3 damage one time. I'm okay. I'm okay with using multiple charges here. I got more stuff. So I'm going to spend 3.
Okay.
Well, I get a charge back.
Yeah.
And I do 1 damage. I guess this is my whole turn. I apologize for this. But we don't want him attacking and adding doom. So 1 more, and I'm going to spend 1 charge just so that the autofail doesn't wreck our lives. All right. Well, my weakness took 3 actions to clear instead of 2, but sometimes that happens.
It does,
the one other
especially
thing,
when you're Nathaniel Cho.
Yeah, it was actually Tommy Malloy the whole time.
Yeah.
But the one thing I am going to do is use Spirit Speaker to pull this empty Breath of the Sleeper back to my hand.
I do like the ability to bounce these back and forth, but
yes.
All right.
All right. Well, I apologize I didn't get the clue.
Eventually you'll get it. I believe.
The good news is I'm past my weaknesses now.
So, all right, I'm going to take this clue with Alton because I have
Sounds
3 on here. And then I think I take my first action to scan. We're looking for the T. Okay. And it is
Final Destination.
Okay, you search the Tattermalian's console and discover its itinerary. Over a year ago, the ship departed in search of a trans-Saturnian asteroid of extrasolar origin codenamed Fragment. The crew eventually found the mysterious object and sent several survey and excavation teams for unknown purposes. The mission proceeded smoothly until the Tattermalian suddenly lost contact with one of its survey teams deep within the subterranean caverns of Fragment. Despite the disappearance, the mission was apparently deemed a success and the ship was set to return home. You vaguely recall stepping out of a shuttle onto the rocky surface of a golden asteroid. The stars glittered bright and red. You must have been on one of the Tattermalian survey teams. So they're just me. I get memories. You're just forgetting everything. I may gain up to 3 resources. I will gain exactly 3 resources. And then this is a
And that's
victory.
another victory point.
Okay.
Seems good.
There might be more here, but I do have to put 2 clues back, which is a big problem in this deck, getting clues. All right. I do just that. I take an investigate action with this thieves kit and go 6 to 3. I think that is okay. It is. That is a succeed by 3.
That is a succeed by 3.
This guy doesn't exhaust for the he exhausts for the clue, but not for the placing.
Yes.
Okay, I get a resource for that as well. And then I suppose we just do a lockpick at 10 on 3. That does not succeed by 3, but we'll take the clue anyway.
Sounds good.
So
Okay.
I don't know your experience of playing lockpicks level 0, but when I played with Pax through Forgotten Age, he was very confused as to why the lockpicks were not immediately breaking.
I have players at my table who have the equivalent experience with Fingerprint Kit, who have sworn that off because they've treated it's just an autofill magnet for them. So, I mean, Monterey Jack, he's the best at lockpicks, right? Testing at natural 9.
Lucius as well has that.
Lucius as well, same stat line. Seems good.
Yep. Okay.
All right.
Upkeep.
Hey, that is good to see. All right.
All right. 4 to 9. We do need to get out of here somewhere, some point.
Yes. Do we both have to be? No, we
No.
don't have to both be there. Just one of us needs to. But it needs to be the VR, unless you find another thing that does this scan, or like drag this bozo over there, which seems. I mean, I have more charges to put into play, so it's not an impossibility. Let's see what we get.
Okay. This one. Okay. I think we're gonna commit this quick thinking to this just so I can cover the -4.
Oh.
And maybe even succeed by 2. 3, in fact. Alton, thank you.
Perfect.
All right, I will take an immediate action, which is going to be, I think I could do another scan here. I feel like there's another one that is in here, but I could be wrong.
Sure. I mean,
I think
we know. Yeah, we can see the top, so we know that there's a cargo hold, one where I am.
Yeah.
And we haven't done a scan at the ventilation shaft either.
We haven't. I could just move back there, and then maybe we'll peek at the deck a bit as we go through to see if I need to come back here. Yeah, let's do that. I'll just move back here. We'll take this test at 6 to 3. I succeed. Okay.
There you go. All right, that test. I also I forgot I had the same cabin pressure that you have, so that should have fired last turn because there's a clue of my location. So I would lose a charge from this and take 1 damage.
That's right.
Which I guess I could handle with the medical foam, but that seems kind of a waste. But my real encounter card this time is another hidden card.
Why not?
That's interesting. Okay.
Shall I do the scan here and take a peek at what the icons are going by?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm thinking about what to do next best with my life while you're doing that.
I could also move over and get this clue at some point if we have to, but I could pick it up without an action.
It might make sense because I want to go deal with this thing.
Yeah. Let me do the scan first, and then we'll see.
Sure.
Okay, so we're looking for the slanted equal size. So we've got a heart left. So we have another thing we can get out of the infirmary if we do looking for medical supplies. Okay, this is the one I want. And there is one more to do back in there. Okay. I have the Heir to Carcosa. Permanent card. When earning experience during the resolution of a scenario, the investigator with the least mental trauma, me, earns 1 additional experience for each of their mental trauma. None. At least now. Isn't that fun?
That's cute.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
anyway, I'll just throw it over here for now. It doesn't do anything. Okay. So there is a scan here, but you could probably do that if you're going that way.
Yeah, and that feels like it's probably a less value scan. Although, I guess, did we do a scan in the infirmary itself, like for the plus sign?
We did. That was the...
Oh, that was the ventilation shaft.
Yeah.
Oh, was it?
No. That was the mess hall.
No,
I
that was
think this
here.
one was... I did it. It was maybe the act advancement or one of these guys. Possibly this one.
Oh, yeah.
No. This one? No.
Oh, it was this guy.
It was him, of course.
The enemy.
Right.
Right.
Okay. I will move twice and take this test. I will use the well-connected this time and go 4 to 2.
Or do you want to alternate? Oh, the test to get in.
Yeah.
Right.
We're good.
You're good.
And then we indeed spend those 2. I'll take the clue, and now you could take the scan if you'd like. Or I will if you don't.
Was that your whole turn?
It was. I did the scan, and then I moved twice.
Right.
So I will draw a card and get a resource. Yeah, well, anyway, here's the chronophobia. I talked about this with you before. This happens, the trigger is before the Monterey Jack trigger, so this turn anyways, this does nothing, but I also have the virtual access key. Well, actually I have the spectral shield. Anyway.
You do. I'm almost out of charges, but that's going to change. So we have 11 clues. This guy is worth... We do have a lot of clues. This guy also does a scan. Victory 1. Doing some quick math in my head. Does a damage and a horror. Okay. And I have 4 resources. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do... I am going to... I may leave the scan for you.
Sure.
Because I have to gear up for this fight. And I'm going to spend... Because this guy has 4 health, which is awkward for Breath of the Sleeper. But you know what it's a little less awkward for is an enchanted blade. And honestly, I think I might... I feel like we don't need this memory foam.
I can't even take damage when you're canceling it all over the place.
Yeah, and I'm getting good value out of the ritual candles. Although with the blade, I'll be swinging 5 against 3, which does cover these regardless of the candles. Resupplies takes any amount of damage. It's damage only. I'm gonna... And what's the risk? Like that decompression thing, right? That's the main threat. But I don't think we're going to be spending a lot more time in these access locations. Unless you feel significantly otherwise, I'm going to junk this medical foam
Junket.
as something cute, but I'll just toss this over here. But less meaningful. All right. And it comes out with an extra charge.
I think it already did.
Oh, sorry. You're 100% correct. I did not realize Akachi had that internalized.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, and then I am going to play Voice of Ra. And I'm going to use Katarina Slushka on the first of those.
There you go.
There's a symbol.
Ah,
There's another symbol. So I'll
very
get
nice.
5 resources. Then, because I want to see the tricks that I set up the deck to do, Katarina Sojka is going to morph into a summon servitor,
Ah,
who is then going to move to carry me into the mess hall.
perfect. Okay. Pretty good.
And I think I am going to put this charge from Breath of the Sleeper onto Angered Spirits, and I will use Spirit Speaker to pull this back.
Nice.
All right. That's me.
All right, we go to upkeep. This is unnecessary, probably. And we have 5 of 9. We do have some time. I finally have an AI card. Okay.
Okay. And I have a hidden card. This is
Mm-hmm. I have an idea,
Okay.
but I'm not sure we can. I mean, I can do weird things on the assumption that that's what you have in your hand, but I actually don't know.
I have some weird things too. Um um
Would you like me to do the scan here?
yeah, we haven't done that scan, so we should do that. Yes.
Okay. I think I know what this is, but we'll do it anyway.
Okay.
Looking for the red square. Okay. It is the EVA suit. Okay. This is our way of getting the star. I think is that the only way to get the star? Yes.
Okay. Oh, because you're searching outside the ship.
Mm-hmm. So I
I
probably should
mean,
do that.
yeah, just do that.
Okay. So we do that. That's gonna be my third action here. Um, and I can choose to go to another access location, which is probably gonna go back to the ship's bridge. Whoop. And I get this. I'm gonna have so many memories. I'm sorry, Volt. Donning the
It's
EVA,
fine.
donning the EVA suit, you leave the pressurized atmosphere of the ship to climb across outside the vessel. The tatterdemalion appears much larger from the outside. You barely see the access point on the other side. It will take quite some time to traverse the ship. As you glide forwards, a glint from above catches your eye. A yellow and green flare undulates in the canvas of space. It dances in the sky and entwines into a singular design. Rings of concentric semicircles, lined with strange runes, and at the center is a pair of wavy lines. You have seen this symbol before during the presentation of the King in Yellow. However, this wasn't the one in the Ward Theater, but an amateur performance in the cramped and industrial interior of the tatterdemalion. Have you seen the sign? After the strange lights fade away, you realize you completely let go of your tethers and were beginning to drift away. With a small thrust of your suit's reaction control system, you grab hold of the ship once more and hastily climb your way to the next airlock with a much firmer grip. Victory display, and I'm up to 5 memories.
Seems good.
Okay. My turn ends. Some things happen.
Yes.
First,
So
I
lose a charge.
yes, take a direct horror. One other thing happens. This. I'm sorry, your chargers are going away.
It is what it is.
Yeah, so we
It's
take
fine.
two horror. I cancel one of it with this, and the other gets canceled with
Yes.
your charge. This goes.
Okay.
And then finally, I get a card and a resource for being 2 locations away.
Got it. Okay.
That was fun.
That was fun. So, I am thinking we have 5 cards left here.
Mm-hmm.
There's a scan in the cryosleep porters. We can see that up top.
Yep.
Um,
There's one more here.
we saw earlier there's a second scan in the ship's bridge.
Mm-hmm.
We have enough clues. What I'm contemplating is this guy worth it? Because I could VR scan
Mm-hmm.
twice. And we want to end. How exactly does this work? After it performs a scan, mention that I can blow regardless of whether it's successful or not, we advance. So, assuming there's at least 2 such cards in here.
It doesn't
I
matter though.
guess where I'm going with
You
all
just
this.
take the action. You spend the 2 clues. Whether or not it's successful, you still advance.
Got it. Okay. This is all a long way of saying I feel like I should do at least one of those VR scans now.
Sure.
All
I
right.
think it just goes to the question of, do you think you can get the victory point off this guy or not? And if not,
So
I could
we're at
help.
5 of 9.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, this is enough to defeat him.
Mm-hmm.
But I've got there's 9 cards left in the encounter deck. I want to look at the discard.
Sure.
And I don't know what else is in here. What I'm looking for is another enemy.
There might be one more of those mouse guys.
Okay. Because if we get another enemy, then there's stuff to be done. I mean, there could be stuff to be done using this, but this guy is less than ideal for several reasons. But we're at 5 of 9, 5, so 6, 7, 8. We're not gonna see. We're only gonna see 6 more of these cards.
I'm also happy to help defeat this enemy. I have ways.
I think that is probably what we want to do. All right. So let me get set up for that, and then maybe we can tag team.
Sure.
So first, I am going to replay one of my Breaths of the Sleeper. And before I forget, I'm going to move 1 charge off of it to satisfy the Angered Spirits. Then damage and horror. I would like to scan once with the VR. Because what I'm thinking is Summon Servitor can move me in, but I can't kill him this round. I could hit him twice with the Enchanted Blade next round. I suppose I could engage him and, sure, eat a damage and a horror. By which I mean eat, like, 1 horror and cancel the damage.
Yeah.
I might do that, actually. just so I'm ready to really wail on him next turn. But I would still need your help regardless,
Sure.
for reasons. So let me do one VR scan first to see what comes of it. I can spend my clue and 3 of yours.
1, 2, 3.
All right. Mickey Mouse ears. Well, there we go. Into the archives. Within the digital environment of the ship, you come across a vault containing petabytes of encrypted data. It appears that the Tatterdemalian's archives contain the brain scans and histories of hundreds of people from the 20th and 21st century. Curious, you search for your own name and are surprised to find files corresponding to your past life. According to these records, you were institutionalized after attempting to sabotage a theater play. Oh my God, it's Dexter and Mateo. You live the rest of your life in isolation, warning to all of Carcosa and of the one named, I'm not even going to say it, just in case. After your death, your brain was preserved by the institution and eventually scanned for scientific research. Despite feeling sorrow for your past life, you can finally let go of that reality. Even though it's not exactly the world you expected, you've been given a second chance at life and aim to not repeat the same mistakes. This time I get a memory and heal 2 horror and put this in the victory display. All
Nice.
right. Sounds good. And I can indeed heal 2 horror and add a memory. Okay. All right. And now I will Servitor in. 4 of those left. Right. I scanned. I played Breath of the Sleeper.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm gonna engage him just so that we're ready. It's fine. And then he attacks me for a damage and a horror. 1 charge goes off of this, and I'll take 1 horror.
Okay.
All right. Seems good.
Let's go to upkeep.
Okay. That's pretty funny.
We have
6
6
of
of 9. Let's see what we have left. I have a system bug, which is going to go here, which means I cannot do the scan. Okay.
True. Okay. And I get a coolant leak.
Hmm.
Agility 4. Still hitting my weak point here, but whatever. It's fine. Testing 3 on 4. See what we get. Ouch. The good news is I have some redundancy I can discard. I'll discard this other crystal pendulum. I will. I feel like the time for Eyes of the Dreamer has passed, and then I will take 1 damage that's canceled, and then 1 damage that isn't. All right.
I'll mention it, but we'll play it the way you did.
Oh, what did I do wrong?
No, I mean, it again, rules, right? So for each point you fail by,
Oh,
you
let
have
me
to
know.
choose. You have to choose every single time, right? So this is going to eat the spectral
Oh,
shield.
so it's 2 charges. Oh,
Yeah.
oh, oh, oh. You're right. I mean, that's better, frankly.
Is it better? Okay.
I'll still discard those 2 cards.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't think I
that
need.
part's still good. I
No,
don't
thank
think
you.
that's intended by the spectral shields designers, but that's what they told us. So
I mean, this is the consequences of their actions with
that's right.
respect to the deny existence. If they made their bed and now we're sleeping in it.
Yep.
Fine.
Okay.
All right. So
So I have some options. I can deal with this bug, get the clue back, do the scan, leave. I mean, I have to deal with the bug no matter what. So that's probably what I would
I
do. I can leave this
I
guy.
may I may ask you to do
Would you like me to deal with the bug on your location?
yes.
Yeah. Okay. That just makes the scan have to happen later. Not bad.
Because you could come back and do that scan while then I go to. Frankly, him showing up frees me
Yeah.
significantly to then like do the VR scan here in the cryosleep as the last thing.
All right, I hear you. Okay, so let's take the 2 damage, which I guess eats your charges again
That's fine.
as I move over here.
Yes.
And then we go ahead and do an evade at 5 to 2.
Yes.
We can commit this to go up 4.
Sounds good.
Succeed by 3.
Okay.
what it's worth.
However, I hate to tell you that they attack you instead.
All right. Uh,
Now, do
so
you
I
get
do
the
not. I do successfully. I do
you
get the.
pass by 3?
I do get this. Yes.
Yes.
But instead I get attacked. Okay. Well, that's another charge for you.
It's another charge for me. It's the consequences of my actions. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, in that case, we are going to spend some money and do something different.
Okay.
Let's spend 2 resources to take another action, and let's pull out the bullwhip.
Ooh.
I suppose this is fast, but the I play it. We take the action to then fight with it.
Right. Yes.
So that's 5 on 3. That's less good than it was a second ago, but we do have our well connected online, so that's +3. So that's 8. That is 5.
I hate to tell you, but it heals all damage instead.
All right. Well, you're gonna lose some more charges because now I've got the chronophobia.
This is why we played Breath of the Sleeper.
I guess so. And then I draw a card and gain a resource.
Ah,
That was amusing.
this is hilarious.
Okay.
All right. Thank you for all that.
Mhm.
So damage. It does. So I'm going to attack Hali with oh wait, no, I don't. Yeah, I do. That's right.
Mhm.
With the enchanted blade, I'm going to empower it, so I am swinging 5 against 3, which is most of the bag.
Mhm.
Skulls are -1. Yeah. Let's go for it.
Ouch.
That's unfortunate. So I lose a charge from Breath of the Sleeper to cancel the damage because it retaliates, and I take a horror. Um,
Arkham Horror, the card game, a living card game by Fantasy Flight Games.
you are taking the words right out of my mouth.
Hmm.
Um, hmm. Uh, it's still fine
Mhm.
because what we're going to do is attack again. 5 on 3.
Good.
Much better. 2 damage. And now we're going to take an attack of opportunity to play another enchanted blade. So I take a damage and a horror, by which I mean I spend this charge and just take a horror. And this goes away, and this comes out. And I will use Spirit Speaker to pull this Breath of the Sleeper back. And I'm going to get hit again. Um,
And so will I.
and so will you. But I only need to land 1 hit to defeat this thing.
Yeah.
And I'm going to use my summon Servitor to move me down here.
Sure.
So it's a bit scuffed, but we will make it. I'm completely forgetting to use the crystal pendulum also, which
It
is
does work out that way usually with this thing. It's too much
a
math.
bit from that. Yeah. All right. Enemy phase.
Yep.
We we take some injuries, by which I mean I lose a charge here from this attack on you. I lose a charge here from its damage. I take a horror. This is
Absurd.
the plan. The
Yeah.
plan is working as intended.
Yeah, I guess so. I just want you to land your shot sometimes too.
It'll happen. It'll happen. We need a retroactive Hankometer, except the Shieldometer, and see how much damage and horror these ate during the course of the scenario.
It's true.
All right, seems good. We'll get there.
All right, 7 of
7 of
9.
9. We got this.
Uh-huh. This is a +2 test, so 6-2. I can't I failed this. I mean, well, I mean, I'll use the well-connected then.
So
We'll
what,
go
6 on 4?
10 to 4.
Sure.
Okay.
Seems fine. And I...
That's a little tough.
I'm going to put eggs in a basket and ward this. Which means I'm down to 1 charge on my enchanted blade.
All right.
But I'm still swinging at 5 on 3.
Yeah. I do have this as a backup, yeah.
You do have this as a backup. Let's think this through. There's 4 cards left in the scan deck. We know 1 is the bridge.
Mm-hmm.
There are at least ones more. So this clue you still need to be able to get. I guess the question is, how much, if any, more nonsense do you have in terms of extra
actions? I think
Yeah.
we've seen everything. Yeah. The only thing I can do is succeed by 3 twice to get the extra clue for free with Alton. That's all I got.
Yep. All right.
I'm probably looking at an evade and move twice. And
Yep.
if I stop and hit this guy, that would be okay too.
Yep. Yep. Because with the bullwhip, you'd be swinging 6 against 3. You actually have a better chance of nailing it than I do at the moment.
Only 5 because I've got this.
Oh,
AI
right.
thing.
But do you have like?
I might have something.
Okay. My concern is the retaliate. And my charges having run dry.
Sure. I mean, I can go and we have 2 rounds to do this, right?
We do. Yes.
I mean, ideally, what happens is I just move here, get the clue, scan next round, and then you get us out next round as well.
I hunt. No,
No.
it just hangs out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
but
if you, so we have 2.
I mean, I could
you
easily do
evade-
the evade, move, and then take a whack.
Yeah, and then you could move, investigate, scan, and I do the scan in the cryo sleep.
Right.
And
also spend the clues with the mind machine interface.
yes. Yes. Okay. Yeah. If you could try that first, I think that is probably best. I can then, if you kill this thing, I can use my turns effectively to to do the cryo sleep scan and be ready to do the final scan next turn.
Okay. The trick, of course, is passing the test. I'm up
That
only
is
3.
true.
If I don't, then it's not great. Okay, we do. That is an evade. We do a move.
Yes.
And then watch this.
I'm going to watch.
We're going to go 7, 6, I suppose. 2, 3. I'll put 1, 2, 3 resources into it. Why not?
Yep.
That is a -1.
Okay.
We'll exhaust this. I'll take 6 resources.
And this guy goes in the victory display.
Not bad.
And you do the Mickey Mouse scan.
I do. This one. This is, in fact, the only one that's left. Oh, hello.
Oh. Is it a hidden card?
It's a hidden card.
Okay.
Well, I forgot about that guy. Okay. Well, we can decide how that goes later. My turn ends. I take the direct horror.
So that uses the last charge of my blade.
It does. And then I take a card. Okay.
Okay.
All
right.
I may not want to go back to the bridge.
Right. Understood. Three, huh? Two turns. I'm thinking about if I have any reasonable means to get that clue. I mean, I could certainly attempt it.
I could help you if I go there myself next round. That might work.
Because what we need is for next round, we just need me to be able to get here and do the VR scan, and we're done.
Yeah.
But you don't want to go here.
I could go there. I just don't want to do the. Well, I can't say.
Sure.
But I could go there.
But if I go there, and if you were helping me to get it, then I wouldn't have enough actions. I wouldn't have enough actions to do the scan.
I might be able to do that.
In the middle of my turn?
No, but on my turn. Oh, I see. I have to go first. No, I need to swift reflexes for that. Yeah. We might be hosed on that part. I suppose you could just go get the whatever the cryosleep quarters one is. And we forgo the last one.
I might. I'm thinking about if I have anything. I do have a couple cards. I have 11 cards in my deck. At least 2 of them would enable me to reasonably attempt this. So I could Servitor over. Let me ask you this. If I manage to get this clue, but not do the scan.
That would be okay.
Would you be able to do the scan next round? And then I finish going here and getting us out?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to draw first and see if I get something useful. I got something useful. I'm going to Servitor into there. And I'm going to investigate and commit this promise of power.
Oh. Wondering why I hadn't seen that yet.
Because it's in the bottom third of my deck. So 6 on 3.
Of course.
Arkham Horror, the card game. Ah. One, two. Servitor, move, scan, scan. I mean, if I end my turn here, I still could potentially accomplish what we need next turn.
Mm-hmm.
S- Servitor out, move into cryo sleep, and do the 2 scans there.
All right,
Um,
let's see. So you're gonna draw a
because
card, another card for your last act. Is that what you're thinking?
I'm just wondering if it's worth it though, because I won't be able to pick up this clue,
Hmm.
and that's what you'd need me to do.
I also have some buried secrets that might be showing up, so I might not be
That is
going
true.
anywhere.
I mean, I could just uh Hail Mary the test and see if I nail it. I will pass on 4 tokens with my ritual candles.
That is pretty good.
I'm just going to try it. Let's see.
Nope.
That is the wrong one. Okay.
Okay, let's go to our plus or our upkeep.
Is what it is.
And I called it. I am stuck here.
All right. I think we're leaving the 1 on the board, but
Yeah, that's all right.
all right. Well, I'll get us up.
Okay, 8 of 9.
8 of 9. What is
An
that?
all-seeing eye. All right. I think
All
this
right.
is nothing this round,
Yep.
or this game anyway.
Uh, this is fine.
Okay.
I think I just end it.
Yep.
All right. Servitor back. Come on. There. Well, whatever. Fine. Then move in. I'll do the cryo sleep scan. So the blue triangle. Who am I? Now the ship's power has been restored and the imminent threat eliminated, you can re-examine the protocols of the cryo chamber in which you were hibernating. The database mentions names and dates you've never heard of before, but that you instinctively know refer to you and your true history. According to the control panel, you were a citizen of the United Colonial Coalition. You were born in 2127 in a city named New Brooklyn. Further details suggest that the ship's AI has been implanting and running a simulation with the bodies of several of the sleeping crew. You probe for more information, but the main network catches on and shuts down the display before you can continue. I get a memory. I can search the top cards of my deck for a card and draw it. A little late, but it does go into the victory display. So we get at least one more. Whatever. I'll draw the other. Yep, there it is. I'll draw the other promise of power just for fun. But then I will do the VR scan, spend your 4 clues,
Sure.
and it just finishes.
Yeah. By the
And we
way,
advance the act.
this
Yes.
other one that we didn't draw, probably better that we didn't.
Oh. Oh, it's just
Just another way to get
Hades. That's
the
cute.
yeah.
Okay. So that's interesting. So he's a a bridge one, but then also can also give you another bridge one.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm guessing maybe this was another supply. Oh,
Yeah.
those radiation tablets.
Mm-hmm.
I could have. Fine. All right. So
We may advance.
we may advance.
I think
Sounds
we
good.
shall.
Well, that's cool art.
Very cool.
Through the gates of the virtual dreamlands. By connecting to the ship's mainframe, you adapt the cryo chambers to import your soon-to-be dreaming self to K2PS 187's shared dreams. You lay down into your coffin once more and activate the machine's sleep sequence, Resolution 1.
Okay, let's
All
take a
right.
look at that first. All right, you find yourself standing in a field of grass. You are no longer on the Tatterdemalion, but you don't recognize this place either. The sky is black and seething, the sun unable to penetrate the dark, rolling storm clouds. Metallic cylinders with red, pulsating lights stand tall in the distance, looming over a small town. This system's pocket dream reality is like nothing you've ever experienced. The colors, textures, sounds, and scents are startlingly realistic. Behind you is a large obsidian door, a virtual gateway to represent your arrival. You are surprised to see a little girl walking towards you. You got here just in time. Please follow me quickly before the monster eats my friends.
Hmm.
So we will record that we entered the virtual dreamlands by our own means. If investigator was defeated, resigned, or ended the game with the cyber virus in their hand, that investigator must record in the campaign log that your investigator has been infected by the cyber virus. Me! I have the cyber virus.
Oh, ah. I'm sure that's no problem.
No problem. And no reminiscence, so we do not add a tablet token to the chaos bag.
Good.
I
And we get a
assume you
bunch
don't
of
have one
victory.
in your hand, right?
I do not. I have the hallucinatory what's name?
Ah, right.
Yeah, at the end of your turn, there's an AI, take 2 horror, blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and then we get Victory X, which looks like a big old 9, which is pretty good.
Should I have given myself a third memory?
You should have 3, yes.
I should have 3. Yes.
Wow, okay. Well, that was fun. What'd you think?
That was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that.
It's a great scenario.
Yeah, it's a great start. It seems really well. I mean, I I wouldn't call this optimized, although I am really curious. I'm gonna have to go over it later and see how much damage and horror the spectral shield soaked up. Um, that the absence of those might have I don't know. I mean, some of it was unnecessary, right? Like with the virtual access key, that would have soaked up at least your chronophobia stuff.
Yeah,
Um, but I'm happy that I got to see all the little tricks that I was going for with this deck. And I'm glad I pulled out the Servitor at the end. The pathfinding gave us the extra actions we needed to get this to happen.
sure did. I'm still scratching my head how you took 3 and 4 already. I assume that was because you were dealing with the enemies and you had to take some attacks, but
Yeah, that autofail and the retaliate.
yeah.
And I took 2 other attacks from that guy just to set it up. At the time I had both of the hidden treacheries to
Hmm.
when you defeat an enemy, just heal it fully, and when you evade an enemy, instead it just attacks. And I was like, do we really have to do that with the mini boss? But thankfully, the 3rd bug showed up.
Yep.
Were there any treacheries we didn't see?
I think we
The
saw them
haunting
all.
chest. That all-seeing eye came out at the very end. Oh, they were all down at the bottom of the deck.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad I got
Cool.
another look at this Monterey Jack deck because this time it did what it was supposed to do,
Yes. Yes, indeed.
even without
I
some
have
of
to
the other
remember the crystal
shenanigans.
pendulum.
Yeah,
I need to like next time we play, I need to put like a reminder for myself, like over here. This is what I don't know. I'll come up with something to
sure.
remind me to actually do that more often.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
What else did you not see in your deck? I didn't play the Lucky Cigarette cases. Oh yeah,
my
I
Azure
actually have.
Flames were at the bottom,
I have Foxmask in
and
here.
both of my I have like Torn to Power just because it's an Akachi skill card with charges. Although I'll probably upgrade out of those into um what's it? Ghastly Possession, I think
Mm-hmm.
it is. The
Mm-hmm.
skill card that can I'm not playing with the Doom, but can replenish half the charges on something.
Yeah.
Seems a reasonable include when upgrading skill cards. But no,
You
the
also
main
could put
piece.
in Enraptured too if you want and commit it over this way.
Oh,
You
that's on
might.
the list. That's on the list. Committing that to investigate probably by you. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
So you said what we had 9?
we have 9.
Yes.
So I can put
All right.
myself back to where I was for that Midnight Masks
You can
scenario.
exactly. Yeah. Um, I have a deck building question for you, and
Sure.
maybe it's a number of. Uh, I'm curious why artistic inspiration
Hmm.
is something that um I know you only have, of course, the 5 level 0 seeker slots. Um, because you have what? Alton O'Connell twice, obviously, and right, the connect the dots, and the 5th is
A
oh, it's a deduction.
single deduction. Yeah. Yeah. I was thinking about a single copy of Artistic Inspiration And ultimately, I kind of thought, well, once I get steady-handed, that's probably enough. Like, I don't need to adjust by 2, although that is good. I,
Okay.
it might come back. I'm anticipating putting in something like ancestral knowledge to throw some more
I
level
was
0
about
cards
to
in.
say, is ancestral knowledge on the future menu?
Yeah.
Um, okay. All right. We are indeed thinking along the same lines.
Yeah. So, but it's tough with only 5 cards in your
Yeah.
off class, so to speak. I mean, I do think. I mean, I've talked to some people who think that Monterey Jack is like either boring or not that good or whatever. I think he's kind of cracked, especially with these newer cards. Uh,
He's great fun.
the well connected going up to +4 and maybe even +5, just at level 0
I
is
mean,
still very
so
good.
many resources. The 2 Griffs, you got what? 11 total resources from those and then
I
ran
did.
halfway across the map.
Yeah.
That was beautiful.
Yeah. I mean, those are the tricks. I got. At least I did not get bodied by the encounter deck or draw my weakness at a bad time, so things worked out favorably. But I'll certainly be putting in. I mean, probably we get the Antikythera in here at some point. It just seems like an
Yes.
obvious
That
level
card's
5
awesome.
card. Yeah.
Yep.
But I wish there were more ways to get extra actions. I just kind of have to do the run through the deck again with swift reflexes and nimble and
I mean, Pathfinder.
quick. Sure, right. That'll work. But like the turns where I want to squeeze out just a little bit more, uh,
Yep.
I kind of have what I have. Pathfinder probably comes in sooner than later. I like Alton. Alton is kind of a fun card for Monterey Jack because
Yeah.
it's the +1 to the stat that he wants.
Yep. Yep.
And in Seeker, maybe it doesn't make a lot of sense, but makes sense here.
Yeah, I think he's fine. Where I this is a really bizarre deck, but my table that went through Carcosa,
Yeah.
um, they actually started with 3 people, and then I know you're not supposed to do this, but we did it because it's my table, and we did it. A 4th person joined mid-campaign,
Yeah.
and rather than starting at 0 experience, I said, "Look, they've gotten this much experience. This is how much you can have for your deck." And what their team lacked was anybody who could reasonably evade. Because it was Tommy, Jacqueline, and Min. So the 2-foot team. Now, you may think that this is coming to the 4th person wanted to play Lucius or Monterey Jack. And no, the 4th person wanted to play Carolyn Fern,
Okay.
who is another 2-foot team.
Yep.
So this was a Carolyn Fern who took things to boost her agility so that she could reasonably evade, and Alton O'Connell was among the cards she took to do that.
I
Um,
have no comment. I guess that seems strange, but you know what? It can work.
she successfully evaded a couple of high-value targets late in the campaign, so who am I to judge?
That's right. I mean, you could
Uh,
add Peter to the list, right? Then she goes up to 4.
she had Peter, yes. So she had Charisma, she had Peter, she had Alton, she had Living Ink with Foot and something else. So yeah, it was stat ball Carolyn question mark, but Foot one of the stats.
Yeah,
Foot good.
sure.
Look, they won the campaign. that's,
That's all you need to
that's
do.
what it's all about. Yep.
All right. Well, I think we can call it there. After a little bit of chit chat, I looking forward to the next scenario. We'll see what it is. Obviously, with this Heir to Carcosa, I earn no extra experience points, but I might pick up a mental trauma at some point if we don't have a spectral shield stapled to us. So we'll see.
We'll see. We'll see if that cyber virus has something to do along those lines.
It might. All right. I'll see you next time, and Volt will be there too.
Sounds good.
So see you in about a week.